Which role do you feel is the highest paying role and why? My name is Peace Orishadipe, and you're welcome to this channel, Tech Conversation with Peace Orishadipe. It's so nice to meet you. So can we start by having a brief introduction of yourself, please?
Nice to meet you, Cheryl. Easy to meet you as well. I think this is the first time we are meeting virtually, so it's good to meet you. My name is Babatunde Hammed, and I would call myself a techie, and I am currently the operations manager at a startup called Chimoney. And yeah, that's me.
That's a wonderful and brief introduction. Thank you for keeping it short. Nigeria as a whole, there are so many different industries out there. We have the agriculture industry, we have the finance industry, we have the oil and gas industry, and we have the tech industry. So what inspired you going to tech?
I think it started when I was given my first ever phone, and I noticed that I was always curious. From the software side, I could take a phone and just be curious about how does this thing work? How does this particular thing lead to this thing? Then my curiosity to even go into the tech ecosystem got more interesting when my dad gave me my first ever laptop when I was in SS2. And then I noticed that I wanted to learn something about web development. The tech wasn't a buzzword there. You just get a laptop, you use it and watch film or play games or something like that. But at that age, aside from leisure activities, I wanted to build stuff. Like I wanted to take something and take it from ideation stage to developmental stage. And I failed so many times because I wasn't skilled enough then. Then I got into university, and I just knew it's a final year student of University of Lagos studying human resource management. I just knew that, okay, from what I've heard, like university is this place whereby you get to explore your side activities aside from academics. So I just ventured into tech, made some friends, and yeah, from then learned about programming, learned about product management, project management, how to just do more. I got to be more interested about fintech, especially in the startup ecosystem, was when I noticed that I had the skills. But tech generally can be applied to different ecosystem sectors in general, from agriculture to finances to also housing and all that. So I just knew that I was working with a founder at that time. Some of my friends that were like, they had their own innovations in their head, and I was like, okay, fintech is the way to go, startup is the way to go. And yeah, I am after working with different projects in the tech ecosystem. I am working in fintech startup at a Canadian fintech at most now.
That's really a nice backstory of how you go into tech. Backstory really inspires people because many people too started out like that, and before they decided to that, okay, this is what they want to do, and this is the path they want to choose to. Okay, so moving on, we have the next question. As a developer, what qualities do you feel makes you a great developer?
And it is always constant, and that's something that as a developer you need to know, that alongside in your career, from when you're starting out to learning different technologies, and when you actually get a job to man something or develop something, you must have this curiosity and hunger. It's not about striving for perfection, because one thing I've noticed is that if you are in the African tech ecosystem, nothing is perfect, either from the regulation side, either from the fintech side, or technology is constantly evolving. So you as a developer, you must have this mindset that I will still strive to learn new things. I'll still strive to have this mindset of a curious person. And then community, have the mindset that you can't know it all. you have to reach out to your friends. You have to reach out to someone that's done it before. I don't think that any great developer will tell you I did it all by myself. I'd rather tell you that, you know what, I checked Stack Overflow. You know what, I reached out to some of my friends. And as a developer, you should not try to learn everything. You should have like a career path, a guide of what you want to learn a certain period, and that would guide you. That's my own idea about the qualities of a great developer: curiosity, consistency, and a guide that you know that you can follow. And also the community. The community really helps as well.
Yeah, to add to what you said, having a community or being part of a community really helps you as a developer. Not only a developer, generally in tech, no matter the kind of roles you take on, no matter the roles you are doing, being part of a community helps you grow. So thank you very much for that. And this question is, so what is your favorite thing, or like, what do you enjoy most about a developer, and what's the least favorite thing about being a developer?
I'll start from the least favorite. The least favorite is the long hours you have to put into learning. And also, people think once you know something, you probably have that qualities to, get more money. It doesn't work like that. You have to be able to put yourself out there. And it's something that developers don't like a lot. But I've learned how to, embrace that a lot. My most favorite thing is, technologies coming up and the adoption we see. I have been in a, and it's my most important thing is that there's no stereotype. You don't have to wear glasses, look like a nerd to become a developer. You could be yourself, you could learn anything, and also you could be in that safe space of the people that you can reach out to and get them to contribute to whatever you're building. I mean, I had some of my friends and I, when we were in our third year, we built an app for COVID, where people could register for patients could go there, check their temperature. Of course, we weren't able to grow as a startup, but it's all in the development ecosystem that you could have people of like mind and each one of your skill set would matter. To me as a developer, I love learning about new things. I love about learning about new technologies and, seeing how sometimes tech leaders argue over certain things, that curiosity and also the new technologies that are coming up. It's just amazing. That's something that I really love about being a developer.
Yeah, that's really amazing, because being a developer comes with, I'm not one though, but I can speak for some and say it comes with a lot of advantages too, and it has its own disadvantages as well. Okay, so moving on. As a developer, I'm sure you have handled several projects. You've worked on several things. You've built, like you mentioned, you built a COVID app. So you have worked on several projects. So I would love to know your experience.
I mean, the ones I've worked on, it's collaboration of many people, I would still trade back to the COVID one because that's really helped shape the kind of mindset that, I always have this mindset that before you can put something out there, you must have certain finances to make it work. But we were able to build that COVID app with the resources we had around us. And right now, it's amazing to be the kind of resources that are available to developers for free. Like I'm a Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, and we're able to leverage on those resources to build what we had. So I'll still go with the fact that the COVID app is still something I've ever worked with. It's the most exciting thing. And aside from that, I've worked on some couple of side projects. As a developer, I work at one of my friends' startup currently. It's called Faraday Africa as a DevOps engineer. I work basically to take the project they've built to deploy it to the cloud platform on Azure, because we're able to get some credits from Azure for Microsoft to power our platform on their cloud platform. So what is Faraday? Faraday is just a place whereby, just think about it of a Stack Overflow for African students, and also a place whereby you're able to get like a database for all schools in Nigeria. We are starting from Nigeria. Like we're able to get like for each faculties, for each department across all schools in Nigeria. So that's what FIRE is. And also you have like a Q&A section where different students from different schools or even, yeah, they can come together and ask questions and also like, get a list of tech events happening in different schools as well. So it's still something that we are building. Those are the two most fascinating. And one that I'm also thinking about right now is because I work at the Web3 company, is how we can use blockchain to power up waste management in Africa. It's something that is on top of my mind, and it's something that I look forward to working on as well.
Okay, that's really great. That's a great experience, and those are a lot of projects that you've worked on. So that's really wonderful. So I actually thought you would share like maybe an experience that happened. Well, leading on to my next question, maybe you can answer it here, is what would you consider to be your biggest achievement, something that you're really proud of that happened during your tech journey?
For me, it's putting a product out there that people could use. That's the biggest experience. Because
like seeing your work come to life.
Yes, like exactly. We're able to put it out there and people could then say, oh, we love you. And sometimes it didn't go well. Like we had like different data. Like, when a fire is on building, we all come back and that experience whereby you put something out there, it doesn't work, we reiterate, then we then take all the feedback from all the users that we had. It's something that even though I haven't, gone to work at one of these big companies, but that experience working on our personal project or a project whereby I get to collaborate with other people. But I'll take it back to the COVID app. The COVID app, we're able to reach out to like different ministers across Nigeria. Like we're able to put it there. These are our products for helping out people, because we wanted it to be as non-profit as possible, because a lot of people were going to pain. And some ministers got back to us. Even we reached out to an agency in the US, and they loved it, and they were able to test our app, and they were able to give feedback. So that the part of developer, I would say that the part of a developer life cycle is like for yourself is to be able to make something, whether it's for profit or non-profit, and be able to get the feedback. We've been able to get that. I myself been able to get that. It changed that, okay, I can actually build something that people would use and give me feedback on it. And yeah, that's one of the biggest achievements, is that the sense of fulfillment and also the sense of that I'm on the right track.
Yeah, the sense of fulfillment when you see that what you put out there, people are using it, people are giving feedbacks, and like sense of that. The next question is, okay, yes, in this tech industry is wide and they're coming in, more people too are coming in, and definitely, like you mentioned earlier, it's great to have someone that you look up to. So it brings me to my next question. Who is your role model? Who is that person that inspires you? Who is that person that you look up to that maybe you want to be like?
Bill Gates. I love him. Like it's someone that, I mean, when I first got started with tech, I was looking for who do I look up to. The first person I would say is Bill Gates, because he revolutionized like Microsoft, from taking it from like nothing to something, and also his curiosity to always learn. I mean, he's probably aging to like 80s and he's only still reading. I still check his books or catalogs. And next person that I think I look forward to as a role model is one of the people I work with currently, is the CEO of Chimoney. The CEO of Chimoney was the first ever person to give me my first ever tech role in the tech industry. And I was able to, he taught me a lot of things, like working harder to, being persevering, and also like being curious. And yeah, so the last person right now that's one of my role models in tech is Elon Musk, because he's changing the narrative about you can be young, you can be young and still do amazing stuff. So he's, reading about astronomy in school to actually building one of the coolest stuff in the astronomy ecosystem, which is SpaceX and also Starlink. Imagine that means it breaks down the barrier that you must actually, you don't have to go to school formally to build in the ecosystem. you can learn it, pick up books and learn. So that's one of the mind chichi. Those are my top three role models in tech.
Yeah.
SpaceX launched 5 times and it failed. The last time they launched was a successful one, and that was the last money they had. Like, he got his money from PayPal, and it was like he was going to launch a rocket, a space company, and he was wasting it. He was burning through it. And the last rocket, this last spaceship they launched was the successful one. Then, it just shows you how you just have
He
to
doesn't
like
give up.
believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I
Keep
know
on.
that Elon Musk is still going to launch a new one. So I'm not
Wow.
surprised. It's something that I know he's going to
Okay. Those are really great role models that like people need to look up to. So adding to what you said, I also believe that if you're new to the tech space, I feel that you should also look for role models within your community. So next question, what's the hardest thing you face in your tech journey? Definitely, everybody has had their ups and their
do.
downs. They've had times when they want to give up and they're like, okay, I'm done. But like, what's the
Yeah,
hardest thing? How did you push through it?
it's coupling. I'll take it from two angles, because
Okay.
ever since I turned, I think 17 or 18, I've been working and I was in school. So taking tech and school together was probably the hardest thing in my life, one of the hardest things, because I had to go for classes, I have to go for work stuff. Although I've been opportunity to like embrace my first ever tech job was like a virtual kind of thing, like remote work, but it was still hard because you know how the Nigerian school is being modeled after. You have to go for classes, you have to read hard so that you don't fail. And then I have to now revert back to work. And at first I felt a lot, like I didn't know how to manage everything. So I faced a lot of obstacles there. So the next thing I would say is probably the next hardest thing was money, like money to get, a good laptop, money to get like
Yes.
data. And that was something that, because as a Nigerian student, you have like so many odds against you and you have like so many expenses on your table. So the good thing was that I had good friends around me, and I had like the school in Unilag. I would give the school kudos because they were able to break down like barriers for students. We were able to get like, I think as at 2017 or 2018 or 2019, one out of the three, we were able to like have like Google was able to power data connection in the school, and we had like 247 lights. So it took a lot of burden off the students. But at the same time, I had to get a good laptop. So that was where one of my role models came in and, was able to give me a good laptop, which is the current founder of the company I'm working at currently. So yeah, resources and also time commitment, it's something that is the hardest thing for most techies in Africa, and also myself as well.
Yes, yes, you're right. Even me, during my tech journey too, I had so many issues. I had issues getting a good laptop. Like getting a good laptop is like number one issues you would
Yeah,
face when you
yes,
decide to
exactly.
pursue, like to be serious with tech. Like getting a good laptop is one of the main issues you come across because you need a good system to be able to code. You need a good system to be able to design. You understand? You need a good
Yeah.
system to help you. If not, like if you're using a laptop that is slow, that once you connect to network, it just slows down. Like
I it's frustrating. But right now I look at it in terms of retrospective, that I have actually come. I mean, I got one of my laptop recently, and I was, being curious about the inner workings, and as a developer, and I was like, if it's spoiled, I'm probably going to get that one. And I look at files. This was me. If this laptop has spoiled before, I would have been crying or thinking about something. But now I am able to afford another one. This one spoils, and it's amazing that the tech ecosystem gives you that kind of opportunity.
Okay. All right, thank you. So the next question is kind of controversial, but we need to talk about it. So people have been asking or have been hearing this issue everywhere. Many people that are in tech, they always talk on this topic. Which role do you feel is the highest paying role and why? Yeah.
So when I got into this current company I work at, I didn't even get in there as a developer. I got in as a BD person. So I wanted to learn the business side of things, like business development. So I got in at the business development in then, and I was able to learn how startups was able to like make money off their products. And I can say it that the highest paid roles, and I've been researching it for quite a while, are sales. If you see any salesperson that knows his onions well in a tech ecosystem, they are the
Yeah.
most paid
Wow.
because it takes a developer will probably think, oh, I'm making all the products, but if the company doesn't make money off those products, they are not going to survive. And it's up to the salespeople. Let me break it down. Salespeople earn base income, they earn commission, they
Okay, then
earn,
okay.
yeah,
Are they
they
part
earn.
of are they part of tech? Like when I'm asking about
They
this,
will
I'm talking
still call it tech because it's still part,
okay, like
except
market, digital like marketers, like is that
yeah,
what?
I see the tech ecosystem as an umbrella for everybody. So
Yes.
it's if you're working in a fintech, whether you like it or not, those that are coding, those that are not coding, they are still part of the entire tech ecosystem because the salesperson has to market the tech product itself, and he needs to have like a technological background of why this product fits this persona. But we are taking a bit from a technical standpoint. The people that makes the most money are the either principal senior developers, or you call it the senior engineers in the company, and most people will go with back-end engineers because they are the ones that build the entire infrastructure. But we are taking it from the umbrella of like the entire company itself as a tech firm. I will go with sales and the CEOs because those ones, they are the ones that will take a product and sell it and even make tons of money because I've seen it what they like. Sales people, companies don't joke with them. Yeah, like rare species.
Okay, all right. Most people won't agree with you on that, but
I mean, it's all for controversy anyway.
yeah, but you have a great point. So that's
Yeah.
nice. That's nice. From your point of view, that's nice. So okay, next question is yes, this is a very important question. So what advice would you give to those that are just getting started in tech, those that want to transition into tech?
First of all, no pressure. I mean, I put a lot of pressure on myself. Like, I have to like learn this thing in 2 months. No pressure. And next thing is community. Try as much as possible to, in as much as everything rests on you, try as much as possible to get a community of learners.
Yeah.
That's very much important. I mean, if I always say that if I had community when I was starting in tech, I would have done quite a lot of stuff, but it's part of the learning curve. And next thing that I would also kind of like advise everyone to do is don't see your mistake as a career-ending mistake. When you make one mistake, see it as part of the process. I always go with this. I've been through so many things in tech ecosystem that whenever any mistake comes to me, I will say, how can I use this mistake to, come like be an advantage and something that I push out there to my friends. So as a tech newbie, know what you want. Like I used to do something on LinkedIn. When I wanted to go into like a particular the cloud ecosystem as a developer in tech, I reached out to like all the LinkedIn people like I knew. I was able to filter them, reached out to them, and I was able to like get, okay, I want to go into this field. What are the skills I need? What are the kind of experiences I need to have accrued, to be able to like land a job? Be yourself, reach out to people, and just continue building on your skill set. Know what you are going for because the tech ecosystem across different continents differs. Uh, you have to be able to scan your environment. What are the opportunities I can get here? Because some technologies are not yet in Africa. As a newbie in tech, scan, know the career you want to pursue. Reach out to mentors. Like LinkedIn is a great platform. Reach out to them. They will be glad. And next thing is continue building your skills. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Have fun while you're building it. And before you know, you get that dream job. You get to work with your friends more. You guys can build next startup to raise funds.
Those are like series of advice that I feel that anybody that is interested in tech should take seriously because like that's basically you said everything. That's basically like the key things that everybody needs to note down don't give up. You will make mistakes. Like everybody makes mistake, learn from your mistake, you understand? And just find people that are in your community, find people that also want to learn with you, find mentors, and just keep on building, because nobody like just starts one day and becomes great.
Yeah, that's
you grow. So that's
it's a process.
But not least, can you please tell us one or two personal things about you?
Yeah. So I am a anime lover. I love a lot of animations ever since I've been in primary school, even before I got into uni. Next thing is I'm a foodie. I love a lot of food. And I love working with people. Like, I've been in a team, a diverse team, whereby we had employees from like the US, Canada, and Thailand, even from Kenya, learning about their language, learning about how different things are for them. It's something that I strive for. Like, hopefully when I'm out there, I'll be able to connect with, maybe Swahili or Italian, English, and sorry, language and all that. But food, watching animations, and also connecting with people, that's something that is very much important with me. And that's it about me. I mean, yeah, connecting with people.
All right, no problem. So thank you very much for being on this channel. Thank you very much for coming on this platform. I really, really appreciate the fact that you made time for this.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah, thank you so much, Shil. It's really interesting to see what you do.
Guys, thank you for joining Tech Conversation with Peace Orishadipe. I'm sure you guys enjoyed that session with Tunde, and I'll be sure to link his details in the caption below. So check him out on LinkedIn, on Twitter, and any other social media accounts that you find there. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me which guest I should bring next on the show. Thanks for sticking with me. Bye, guys.